Hey, hello everyone. It's that time of the week again. It's time for NASCAR Heat 5 video game. So, we're here on this currently Sunday morning for NASCAR Heat 5. If I have not established that clearly enough already. I won't want to preface this, and I'm sure I'm going to get asked this throughout the stream, but I'll say it here for the elite people that are here early. The reason why I'm doing the oval version is the roval is just way too easy. I just obliterate the field, and it's not fun to watch that. And yeah, it's just no real setting can fix that, so it's just way too easy, and it's just you go through the race way too quick. I don't know if that's actually true, but yeah, so that's why we're doing the oval. Not to like have an agenda opinion of like, oh, they should go back to the oval, because I mean, in concept that would be kind of neat to see what the Gen 7 car can do, but like really, I can't imagine it would be really good still, but I don't know. But that's why. Because the oval is actually really freaking tough in this game, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be like Pocono, so I'm sure I'm gonna get angry and salty about how I can't win, because that's all. I wake up and I piss excellence, and when I don't piss excellence, then it's chunky piss. What the fuck am I talking about? But yeah. Hello Akbar. Hello Nick Knight 2019. Hello Sprinter. As always, appreciate you guys stopping by in the stream. Who you driving us today? Well, it should be pretty clear in the thumbnail, but if not, I'll definitely show it here right now. Go in the race now. And naturally, we're gonna go with Jeff Gordon. Why? Well, he won at Indy a lot, and he's like the amazing and stuff. So that's what we're going to do today. Why am I trying to do a Peter Griffin voice? I'm watching too much Oni and G compilations where they like talk about Family Guy and they do this freaking Peter voice. I don't know why I do that. It's just... But yeah, so we have a lot of schemes to go with, but we're obviously and naturally going to go with his last Indy 400 win, which was... I don't know if this was the exact one, but it's at least... It has the year of the 2014 Exalta, which I think this is the same car or scheme that won. I was hoping you could drive as Dave or Al. Well, Alan Quick here, I basically try to do that for only, like, Phoenix. And also, there's really no significance with racing Kawicki at Indy, where he has, never ran there. Dale Earnhardt would be a safe bet, but sometimes I just like to kind of go with, the obvious picker, the one that won the most there. So, yeah, Alan Kawicki is in the game. I raced him at Phoenix earlier in the year. Indy's nuts. Wow. Oh, Sprinter, you and your freaking little jokes. But yeah, that's the car we're going with. It's a nice looking car. Again, the people that modded this game made these schemes look amazing. I can't even... This is a Gen 6 car and scheme, so of course it's going to look very flawless. Like 11 out of 10 with that. But yeah, in general, like they were able to put the Gen 4 like schemes onto the Gen 6 car pretty flawlessly. Anyways, enough with me gushing about how good this mod thing is. That's okay, Akbar. That was a couple months ago, so no skin off my back. Is that the saying? Is that the saying? I don't know. Sometimes I just like to make my own sayings that confuse people. I'm in a really derpy mood today. What else is new? But yeah, can you show Tony? Yeah, I was really close to picking Tony. Yeah, see, there's Alan there. Yeah, I was really close to picking him. And I was actually, when I was doing my practice session stuff, I was racing this. Which, honestly, I was considering, but then I was thinking, like, well, this Office Depot car isn't, like, famous for the Indy wins. Like, obviously the Home Depot one is. But then I was thinking, like, well, I guess I'll just go with Jeff Gordon. Because I never really gone with Gordon. Or went with Gordon before, so, yeah. One of these days, we'll definitely have to do Tony. Obviously, we could have went with Ricky Rudd, but I already went with him at Sonoma. But you should do make a video going over all the schemes. That actually is a good idea. That is a good idea. Should I talk over it? I don't think a face cam would work, but maybe just like a compilation of just me just going through the schemes. Like, I go to this car, then I go to this car, then I go to this car, show the scheme. Like, should it just be a silent thing? Because, I mean, I guess that would be even easier for me to do. But, yeah. But yeah, there's a second Allen scheme. It's from, yeah, the Army car 91. I think this was, yeah. So, that's, God, I don't know what race that was ran, but I do know, I vividly remember, you know, seeing photos of this car. So I know it's a real, like, scheme. I just can't remember what track it was run at. But a scheme video is a good idea. I like that. Silver? You You're smart. But yeah, we're gonna go with Gordon. That is in the thumbnail. I usually try not to change that in the video. Hey, there's my dog. I wonder if I can show Bailey. Bailey, hi. Let's get Bailey in the full face cam view. Bailey, come here. Bailey. Bailey, come here. There you are. Good girl. Good girl. Hello, Bailey. Bailey. Good girl. Hi. Say hello to chat. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Damn it, no! Give me that. Give me that. Bailey. No, that's your bit. That's your bit. No! That's your bit. No! Bailey. Bailey, no. That's you're supposed to show your teeth. Yeah, there you go. I trained her to do that. Come on. Give me that. Give me that. Hey, there you go. Oh. She just randomly pops into my room like this. It just happens. That could be a sign that no one's in the house then. I think that's probably yeah. She's just sitting right by me. This is adorable. What are you doing? Bailey, what are you doing over there? What are you doing? Oh, now she's under my desk. I can't. We're not doing crotch cam. But yeah, I don't want to boot her out. I'll just let her leave on her own. But back to the full face cam here. Let me make sure I'm properly centered now. Yeah, I think I'm alright. Hello, Dirt's Game Cafe. Thanks for stopping by. It would be neat if you talked over the paint schemes video and mentioned some heli moments in the car. With no face cam and just be talk. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I do like that. Chat. I don't know if it'll be a viral video, but you gave me a good video idea. I really appreciate that. I do feel bad that the mod doesn't exist anymore for people more people to play it, And it is a pain to even put them in there. I don't know if it's a pain, but I don't know. But there's a lot of them here, and just a lot of time was put into this. What? I keep going over your dog's your co-pilot. I'm gonna be like the other driver that had a monkey in the car, except mine will be a dog. Can you imagine if they did that today? That would be absolutely insane. I guess the context for the mod is like it exists, but there's no tutorial, and I don't know where the original files are. I think it's on the website that they created, but I don't know where that even is now. I should have freaking bookmarked it when I had the chance, but I didn't think YouTube would take the video down, so I thought I could just always... I think I like the video, too, so... I don't know. It bugs me, because I don't know why YouTube would take it down. Of all things, they're gonna copyright strike and be super harsh on a game that has under 100 players playing it. Like, really? They're gonna go that hardcore for it? I don't know. Well, now that my dog has left the room, I'll close my door here. Oh. She's just in the hallway. So I'm assuming nobody's in the house. Because usually she comes up here. There's no one downstairs. Does she stay up there the whole time? No, no, she doesn't really do that. She just pops in here just to make sure, like, somebody's in here. I don't know why she does that, but it's adorable. The perks of having a pet. But we're going to go with Gora. We're prolonging this for too long. Because this race is going to be about a 2-hour and 12-minute race from what I was testing off camera. I'm just going through everything way too quick. Yeah, here's our settings. Pretty normal with what we usually go with. We have the more grip for the fall off because the AI are pretty good on the long run. So this will help balance it out a little bit. So it's nothing too egregious, but does help. Strict yellow, not single stage, multiple stage, because I was obviously getting a thumbnail, so it changes things when you go down to like 7%. Or under 13%, I mean. Here's our AI settings, which is pretty standard. Nothing's changed here. So go with that. And with all that said, we're just gonna dive into it. See if we can get a dub. Because it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. So yeah. YouTube strikes are ridiculous. My friend had a video of a sparkler burning from like 13 years ago and got struck in the move. Yeah, it is weird. I still don't understand the copyright stuff. But I mean, I understand some things. Like I understand a lot more with like anime content, like showing clips. Like I know like how that stuff works through like insane trial and error. But other stuff like that, yeah, I don't know why that would get taken down. It's probably for something stupid like, oh, it's a terroristic threat because you had fireworks or something. I don't know. Or it could have been the title, but then again, I mean, I don't know. Oh my god. 28 minutes ago, we had a new subscriber of Lindsay. That's not Jeff Gordon, by the way. But is that a girl? Girl. I'll stop. So here's our setup. It's really nothing spectacular. Let me move my face cam up a little more because I should have done this before the stream started. But yeah, so it's a slider 4, so it's one click below the middle one. I do have a custom setup that I found a long time ago, but it might have been Dale Reynolds one, but we don't need that here. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. Who do you think's gonna win the Indy race? Oh god, it's hard to say. He sends out 7 cars and just road course. This season in general is so hard to predict a winner. I'm gonna go with probably the usual people that are gonna run pretty good. Michael McDowell's gonna probably be up there somehow. Probably Allmendinger like last year. Chase Elliott might be. As far as the winner, I'm bad with picking winners, so I'm not the go-to man for all that. So we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna start last. Hamlin. That would be kind of funny for the memes, just so he can D and Q again, or DNS. I don't know, whatever it's called. Which NASCAR Thunder had it? It never had it? That is, yeah, wow, that's actually kind of surprising. Thunder 04 had a lot of, like, night races and stuff. They didn't have one for Indy. That is quite interesting. I never really put two and two together. Hello, Mitchell. Thanks for stopping by in the stream like usual. But we're going to start last. Starting 38th. And with all that said, we're just going to, jump into it, see who's going to be on fire. Kurt's third! Yes! I saw that. Ah, Kyle Busch. Ha. He's a snowflake today. Ah, ha ha ha. That's funny. Well, that's glorious. Yeah, I think I saw Ryan Blaney on pole, so hopefully Dave 500 sees that at some point. But here we go, stage 1, and the event is underway here at the rectangle track. Oh my God, Dave 500 has become a sponsor. Oh my God, hey, thanks for being a member for 6 months. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat too, or the super sticker. Did you see someone pull AJ and come from nowhere like that? That is a possibility. Oh wait, senpai. Oh, thank you, Dave 500 for stopping by. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you for being a member for so long, going above and beyond. Damn, had to do a short one. I guess it has a text limit with that. I guess we learned that today. Also, as usual, when we're starting in the back, I mean, we're just so much faster than everyone else. It's not really a problem getting around these other people. So obviously, with these stages, it's kind of interesting because we do have to pit. I just front bumper damage. Is that the sign of bad things to come? Like, is that the sign? Because that was completely avoidable, and I just didn't do that right. Ty Gibbs is third. I don't want to think that. I still want to think it's Kurt. Well, I guess if Kurt does somehow win in this simulation, then I guess it'll have to be Ty Gibbs, which I guess isn't impossible, because, I mean, he's on road courses, so that would be insane. But then it would be bad, because then it'd be like, well, then how come Kurt ain't winning that? Kevin Harvick took the lead from Ryan Blaney, so that's awkward. Why couldn't he do that when Dave 500 left or something? That's not nice at all, game. You gotta respect the freaking legend in here.
Careful, still there.
But yeah, we're gonna have to pit in stage 1, which will be interesting if it continues to go green. And yeah, I don't know what is with Indy. It's just always really tough. I don't know why in these games they always have Indy to be really tough. It was kind of like that in it was kind of like that in Thunder 04. So I don't know what the deal is with that, unless like they just code the AI, always have a easier time coding the AI just to have more grip or more speed. I don't know, it's just weird, but I mean, it looks really easy now, but we're just getting through the slower cars of the field, which, you know, naturally isn't too hard. So once we get in the top 15 nearly, starts getting tough. Poor William Byron having a a ho-hum run today.
You got room. You're clear.
Yeah. Yeah, Blaney was on pole. That was pretty cool. The AI cars are programmed to be like...
All clear.
You know what? There might be some truth to that. There might be some truth to that. I would imagine so. That would make the most sense. God, I feel so bad for the people that are waiting for the new IndyCar game. I really hope people do some research or understand the company that's making it is not going to make it. I can't imagine it's going to be good. There's just no way. The odds are like in the negatives. So I hope they do the research and understand, like, hey, maybe wait a couple weeks and then decide if you want it. I mean, it's damn near been 20 years since they had an officially licensed, like, IndyCar game, and they're going to be getting one that's, like, more than likely trash. It's like at that point, at that point, it's just rather, I would even rather have a game if it's just going to be that bad like that. It'd be, well, I don't want to even say it's like, oh, it's better than nothing, but it's like, well, if that one thing is like awful, and it's like, well, then I don't know. It's kind of like the equivalent of like when an old franchise comes back and then they just bastardize it because they don't respect the lore, which is kind of a lot of the issues with like modern Star Wars stuff, or even Dragon Ball, where they just contradict themselves, or just things just get shitty. Or that new, like, Lord of the Rings Amazon series or something that's coming out, where they're trying to make it woke when Tolkien literally was not like that at all in his work. So it's, like, really just... It's like they just take the property material and then they just, like, just do whatever they want with it. I don't know. I'm going into a rant about other shit. That shouldn't be a factor today. I always love what history and all. There's a game that... Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I remember Griff Dog. Jeez, I almost said... I don't know what I was trying to say. But yeah, I remember his videos. I was there watching them, like the Earnhardt series that he was doing, like, as they were coming out back in the day, so... I'm very well aware of him. He cool in my book. My day's going okay. I woke up at 10:30, got a shower. My sleep schedule is kind of bad, but not horrendous to the point where I can't do stuff. It's just a little all over the place. But it's a controlled chaos. See what I mean? Once we got a top 15, then it was going to start getting harder to make passes, because now we're having trouble. I like how Kyle Busch is a snowflake, but he's still in 13. Like, that's his bad run. Though it is interesting, because in my practice session, it was Kurt that was a snowflake, and now here it's Kyle. Interesting how that played out. But we had no driver that's, like, on fire, which is really good, because now I at least have a better shot of winning, so we won't have just one superhuman AI that's just going to just destroy everyone. But it is going to take some time to catch lap traffic. From what I saw in practice, it was like over 20 laps, 20, 25, somewhere around there.
All clear, no pressure from behind. Careful, still there.
Why the Oval Edition? Mainly because, I mean, obviously this game does have the Roval, but the problem is it's just way too easy, and it wouldn't really be fun of a stream to do that. I mean, I would be leading by like 10, 20 plus seconds, and it just wouldn't be fun to watch. And I want to try to avoid that if I possibly can help it. Like Thunder 04, I can't know for certain because I can't really do like a practice race because it is just career mode. So it is kind of up in the air how things will go, and I can only guess based on just past experiences. But with like key 5 and stuff, I could do practice races in race now and kind of see how everything goes. And yeah, it would just not be good. It just wouldn't be fun to watch.
Still there.
With me just obliterating the field, it just wouldn't be fun at all. I can't say I wouldn't be leading by lap 1, but
Car outside.
I would have passed more than half the field in lap 1. That's just not fun to watch. What is heartbreaking now is Kurt is dropping spots. He started 3rd. He got passed by Eric Jones. 2021 Eric Jones, which is even more stranger. That is something, too, I never thought of. Kurt never won Indy 400. Brickyard 400. What am I? Yeah.
Careful, still there. Outside, by himself. Clear all around.
Yeah, what a shame. O'Brien, is anyone fired? What? 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 Oh, in the game. No. I think that's probably what you meant.
Careful, still there.
Nobody that I saw. If it would have showed in the menus, but it didn't. So yeah, nobody in the game is. I could have done it. I mean,
Outside, by himself.
it's still easy there too. And also, I really don't want to do anything in regards to ignition. He's dropping spots because of concussion. Wow. Wow. Jimmy Johnson went there. The Jimmy Johnson. That would be funny if the Jimmy Johnson just said something that like nuclear of a take there. That channeled day 500 levels of like nuclear takes. Sanic with the what emote is that? I've never seen that before. It's like the Discord's like smirking cat emoji, but in the shape of a pan. I don't even know, a moon. I don't know. How is Austin Dillon faster than Kurt? I'm upset. There we go. We're gonna get past Jones for 7th here, or at least try to. That's one problem I was noticing when I was practicing. Every time I would try to make a pass in turn 1, it wouldn't really work. Turn 2 and 4 worked a lot better.
Still there.
Even though those are corners, I don't think you're typically supposed to make passes. It's meant to be a smiling moon. Ah! But it's not really smiling. I don't know why they called it a smiling moon then if it's not smiling. I feel like that would be kind of obvious. I mean... But I like the emote. I appreciate the creativity. So now we're 7th, 7.1 seconds back. I think we'll start to gain a tiny bit of time on them, but yeah, it's tough. Really, lap traffic is going to be the only thing that's going to help us in this race in terms of just like an overall long run. Just ran Phoenix NASCAR 2013. Your car did a front. Yeah, I can believe that because NASCAR 2013 is goofy like that. On the last lap too. Damn, that's even that's pretty funny. I've had wacky stuff happen on the last lap too. Well, it was on Inside Line. You could check out my channel, but back in like I don't know when I recorded, but it was definitely in the chase race at Dover where there was a wreck on the last lap, and it blocked the entire track. And I believe. I don't know if it was Stenhouse that won. But it resulted in a really goofy finish, and even the results got messed up because of it. So it broke things, and it was glorious. From a content creator perspective, that was great. From a player perspective, that was hell. So it had a good trade-off. But yeah, I mean, we're pretty close to even with Harvick. Like, I'm not really gaining that much more time on him. It's been stuck at 7.17 seconds or something, so... So we got 6th up here with Matt, and then what, 5th to 2nd are all in just this wad. So interesting there. Harvick's just pulling away, so I don't know. I guess the game's saying Harvick will win so far, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's weird. I don't know. Like these races, like in real life, this track, especially in the last like 12 or 13 years, wasn't that interesting of a track anymore. But in the games, it's fun. It's kind of like the New Hampshire effect, where well, I guess I don't hate it, but it's just like I just randomly am good at it. What I mean by good, I mean just like slightly above average, because I remember when Core raced here, I wasn't like it was pretty good, but Sloppy Joe was on another level, because he's an e-sport guy, and that's like another tier of talent that I had yet to unlock. So I was below that, so I don't know what that ranks me as, but I like to think I'm a 7 out of 10 or 7 out of 5. I don't know. Of course Jimmy would say it was prestigious. He won a lot there. I smell some Jimmy bias from Jimmy Johnson. I don't know who makes those accounts, but it's probably the same person that literally made like a Kurt Busch one. He said, because I was saying like I was upset I couldn't see him, and then he made a post, or then he left a comment saying I can explain. It was really funny. There we go. We're getting by whatever. We're gonna get by him.
Still there.
Thank you, Jimmy, for the get well wishes for Kurt. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Still there.
What's up? What if Kurt gets better? Hate to see him out like that. Yeah, me too, NASCAR fan 24. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just, it sucks. I mean, considering, you know, my other favorite driver before, you know, Dale Jr. technically had 4, but only 2 of them were severe enough to get him out of the car.
Careful, still there.
So it's just, yeah, it's just, it's sad. I especially because now I regret even missing the chance to see him,
Stay to your left.
because he said he was going to be at the Whitehaven McDonald's on Thursday, and then something changed and he couldn't go,
Careful, still there.
and then he had to do it on Friday, and then literally the next day he gets in that, you know, qualifying crash. So I think the lesson of the story is, if you know a driver's in your area, even if they don't go to the right place the other day, you go back that next day.
Careful, still there.
Even if it sucks, you go back that next day. Disregard all personal things.
Clear all around.
Because I had like a dinner date that night, so
Hold your line. Got one inside.
I didn't want to pass up on it, but I should have said no. I can't do it. Kurt more important than you. I don't know, like, oh god, it just sucks. I lost so much time from My wild prediction is, if he does come back this year, he's going to probably come back right when the playoffs start. I don't think it'll be a good idea for him to come back at Daytona when there's more of a chance for him to get injured. Considering his restrictor plate luck, I would not blame him to not try that. I mean, he's going to have to deal with it when he gets to Talladega, but If you lessen those chances, I mean, the better. But yeah, I could go on a whole rant about how Kurt gets dicked over at restrictor plate tracks, and that's about halfway through a stage run. So, okay, people are pitting. Okay, well, that kind of changes things up. I think most people are going to be pitting here. Nobody's a lap down. Okay, okay, Cody. Never mind, Cody wears a lap down. That's pretty funny. But yeah, some people are pitting, some are staying out, but if we pit now, we can all make it to the end, so they're not going to be doing a good fuel strategy. Also, I know from practice we can bump the tape up a lot, so we're going to do that. Yeah. We have people stay out, so that's going to mess up the field order.
Keep your head on straight. Green flag.
And, well, the good thing is, we're gaining a lot of spots here. We might be able to get the, you know, be the first car on fresher tires to like, pass everyone, so
All clear.
that would be really nice. And we see a little bit of a stack up there.
Still there.
Yeah, this is going to mess the field order up big time with
Still there.
some of these cars on slow. Like, yeah, see, like, Harvick's going to get dicked by the 15. Larson with with LaJoy.
Careful. Still there. Clear high, bud.
But Larson's going to... Okay, I don't know why he would want to draft with me there, but...
Are there on the outside?
Alright.
All
Yeah,
clear.
it's going to... Yeah, that just kind of throws a wrench into everything now.
All clear.
But yeah, we're just cutting through them. I mean, we have slower ones up here that clearly have made a difference.
Outside.
I just went in the grass because I was trying to avoid Custer. Thank you, Briscoe, for the push.
Stay to your left. All clear. Outside. Outside.
Got Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch cheating up there. Little freaking cheaters. But we'll get up
Still
there.
there.
Briscoe's gonna give me another. Well, I guess he was gonna. I don't know. He just
Careful. Still there.
chickened out at the last second.
Clear outside.
But we should be able to run them down pretty quickly. I mean, they are on older tires, so I'd like to think we could do something. And they got a pit too, so they're gonna really screw themselves up by staying out. I don't know why they did that, unless they just thought they could pit. There we go. It's the inside of Kyle
Stay low.
Busch.
Stay low. Still there.
And now we're clear.
At your bumper. Clear high. Clear high.
Yeah, they have tape on the front fascia. Yep. Those two being up front, that was way too convenient. The timing of that is just... it's too perfect. There we go.
Still there.
And new leader.
Right side's clear.
And we're going to be good for the remainder of the stage. It looks like Larson's the first one that's off out of all that, you know, wad of cars. So we're going to be good for a little bit. I guess the one thing that's really tricky with this track is hitting your marks. And really the biggest problem is just the apron. That is so obnoxious. Because in real life, you can have a driver dip below that line, that white line,
Keep it up. That was your best
easily.
lap ever.
But in this game, it adds like, there's like a banking difference, which that's not like that in all in real life. And I don't know why they did it like that. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But it makes it harder to hit the line because, you know, with that there, it just kind of messes shit up. Well, hopefully the weather at Indy is going to be awful so they can race in the rain, but I don't think that's a possibility because I've heard nothing about it on Twitter, so I guess it'll be okay. I definitely got to do the Thunder challenges one day. Thunder 04 and 03. Because I don't remember a whole lot of them being hard except for maybe 2 of them. Maybe 3. Really the only 2 I could think of is the Jerry Nadeau one at Atlanta and the Mike Skinner Crash Avoidance one. I would say maybe the Johnny Benson one with the All-Star Open for 2001. But I'm not sure
20 laps to go.
if, so I remember when I was younger, I remember always finding that challenge to be really hard, but maybe that I'm older and more experienced, maybe it's not a problem, but I don't know. Well, I definitely will be playing Thunder 03 later this year to kind of honor or accommodate honor the game's 20-year anniversary. Hey, hello, Corey. Thanks for stopping by in the stream. I appreciate it. Commend. That might be the word, Jimmy Johnson. Thank you for the help. Harvick's closing in on me, which is a bit concerning. He is one of the people that pitted with us. Pocono on any difficulty at 102 plus. Yeah. Yeah, Pocono's tough. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's tough. Mess up that corner there, and that's going to hurt us for the straight. So he'll probably gain a 10th back on me here. Yes, he does. The Benedetto is just legitimately in third now. Most of the top 5 is back to semi-normal, or at least back to where, like, all those people pitted. Hamlin's the only one that is up in the top 5 that did stay out in that yellow. The really nice thing about this track being so just big and just straight for so long is I can look at chat and I'm not going to compromise my entire race because of it, so that's a nice thing. Yeah, we're losing time on Harvick. He's starting to reel me in, which isn't good. But we only got, okay, we got 16 more laps to go, so we still got quite a ways. I don't know if we're going to catch lap traffic by the end of the stage, but it's going to be close. Paul Menard is one of the weirdest drivers in just with his career. Just the biggest meh, or as the youngsters say nowadays, mid drivers out there. The only positive I could say about him is he took care of his equipment. Like, he didn't just, like, crash cars all the time. So, I mean, that element's good, but everything else, not really. I think he would have been a hell of an Xfinity driver if he just ran there full time. I don't know. If, maybe not a hell of a... Maybe hell of a driver is maybe too much of a praise. But he would have done something. Yeah, Danica, the bell emoji. Yeah, Danica would crash a lot of cars. There's no denying that. Yeah, she's very annoying in the booth whenever they have her on, whether it's like the cup race. Which when she was like I don't know what race it was, but they wanted to like talk to Ricky Stenhouse. Danica just like refused to do it, and it's just like, Danica, you're an announcer, like you're a commentator. You gotta be like unbiased with personal shit, and then you're being petty with like, I don't want to talk to him because we broke up and I don't want it. It's like, if that's the case, then why the fuck are you in the booth? Why are you in the booth if Stenhouse is racing? You don't know if they're gonna talk to him or mention him at all. Like, that's the risk you took, and you know what? It failed. It's just dumb weird things like that, and she just doesn't. She tries to make IndyCar and NASCAR comparisons way too often, and it just doesn't quite work. And she just doesn't gel with being an announcer. Kind of the same with Willie T. Ribbs, where he was some of the most awkward just commentator ever. Yeah, that's correct. I'll never forget Willie T. Ribbs had a segment about drinking sewer water, and that's not. I'm not even trying to meme. It's not. I'm not even me being hyperbolic. He literally went to a sewer and drank sewer water to make the point that, oh, their water's so clean I can drink. It doesn't matter if it's clean. You're drinking fucking sewer water. Don't. No. And he keeps trying to make up nicknames for everyone. It's just really awkward. Like, every driver, he tried to have a nickname. It's just so forced. He tried to have Tony Kanaan called TKO. It's like... he was trying to make, like, a boxing pun, and he couldn't do it. Like, it just... like, he couldn't make it work. It's like... the only one that kind of works, and I can understand someone, is calling Paul Tracy, like, Dick Tracy. Because he a dick on track. And it's like, that's okay, but don't call him Dick Tracy. It's just like, oh, God, I don't know. It's just... and then it makes me go into another bizarre rant. Is Willie T. Ribbs even considered an all-star driver of any kind? What did he do in his career? I looked up stuff on Racing Reference, and I don't, unless I'm misremembering it, but I don't know what makes him very... I don't know. I don't even really remember anything about him. The only thing I know is he shot on NASCAR at one point in his career, but I don't remember the context of it or anything about it. So, I don't know.
Keep digging. Well,
the difference with Michael Mertz doing, like, nicknames is generally they're funny. Like, at least there's a reason behind it. Like, he has, like, a correlation between it. Like, there's some, like, logic there, but just, well, Ribs would just make nicknames because, just for the sake of it, with no, like, nuance or any kind of interesting things. Also, Harvick really closed in on me, so that's kind of a problem. Hey, well, thank you, Scott McNew, for the info with that. I guess that's good to know. Well, Stage 2 is going to be more interesting than this. I mean, this just kind of made this second half of the stage really bad. So now we're just leading. We're actually holding our own against Harvick pretty decently. So, I don't know, that's good, I guess. I think I saw the comment with Paul Tracy is just Ty Bodine in IndyCar. It's like, you know what? There is some truth to that. That kind of, it does make sense. You should pit. Oh my god. No, I don't want to do that because that's just gonna suck. How to download Heat 5? It's I got it on Steam. The mod, on the other hand, from what I know, isn't like available anymore. Maybe it is, but then we got some dumbasses pitting. I was telling them, I was saying, like, you know, that's going to be a horrible strategy. Do the Ferrari strategy. I heard stuff about that on Twitter. I don't know what exactly happened, but clearly it was bad if everybody's memeing on them. All I know, it had something to do with pitting. Why is Cody wearing 26? Didn't he blow up at some point? How did I lap up the 25th? How was I not aware of people pitting? When did this happen? I'm very perplexed on all of this right now. Did I lap up the 25th and I wasn't aware of it? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I just wasn't aware, but I thought, you know, if I did just completely was not aware of people pitting, that is going to be a legendary fail on my part to not notice that. Like, I didn't even see cars, like, exiting pit road. Like, nothing for me to, like, register that. So that's, I don't know, weird. They decided to put clear and hard tires late in the race. It was clearly obvious early in the race that those tires went out. Oh yikes! That is. Oh, that is a that's a bad strategy call. Good lord. There's no defending that. That's just awful.
Still there. All clear. No pressure from behind.
I'm just perplexed how we lapped up the 24th and I wasn't aware of it. It's all about that V8 bricks. Can you imagine a scenario where Sprinter wins the Brickyard or like the Indy 500? Instead of kissing the bricks, he grabs a smoothie and like pours it on the concrete, and then just gets a V8 motor, just the motor itself, and just brings it with him. That would be like his scenario. Instead of like the drivers like suggesting like what kind of milk they want, he's just gonna scratch that out and put a freaking smoothie and then a V8 engine. Oh god. Hey, hello Parker. Thanks for stopping by in the stream. I appreciate that. 2 to go in the stage. This stage got all goofy with the pit strategy. I think everybody's gonna be pitting here again after this, so they should, you know, be fine. Like things should kind of go back to normal. But yeah, the conclusion of this stage got very stupid, and more than half the field is a lap down. He should do a burnout on the brakes. If I win, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna piss off people.
One more to go.
I'm gonna upset David Land. So last lap in stage 1. We got Belicki about going probably a second lap down here. Got Suarez 22nd. Alfredo's 21st. So we'll only have 20 in lead lap, and then we'll have somebody else be getting a free pass. Is that Ty Gibbs in 20th? That's going to be pretty insane. Or is that Timmy Hill? That might be Timmy Hill for 39, so never mind. Well, that was a disgusting stage 1. By all accounts. He's in Timmy Hill's in 20th. Holy shit. Damn. We'll should get the results here pretty quickly, because it wasn't too horribly spread out. At least in the top 5. So Eric Jones is 6th. Hey, Kirk got 10th. At least he was on the better end of the pit strategy. Eric Jones 6th, and yeah, Kirk got 10th. Everybody's pitting. So yeah, we're gonna pit 4 tires and fuel. And yeah, a lot of people pitted there.
I gotta go back to work. Drive to survive the Brickyard. Also, prayers for Kurt.
Oh, thank you, Sprinter. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. Hopefully work goes well for you, and I agree, prayers to Kurt as well. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by and always doing super chats and stuff. Well,
Have a good day. Stay
here we
sharp.
go.
Drive safe. Beat the mark.
And we'll try to see what we can do in stage 2. I think it's going to be a lot tougher because we don't got that gap, and they are pretty quick earlier in the run, so
Nobody out back.
really all I can do is just try to hold the bottom and just kind of hang on. I just don't think short runs are my forte with how they with how this game is. Eric Jones is 5th. Holy shit, can you imagine if Eric Jones wins freaking it's the highest finisher in this and he wins in real life? Oh my god, that would be insane. So far, so good with me and Harvick. Yeah, that would be pretty bad if the track has more curb issues. Last year was such a shit show. So I mean, if the track literally doesn't have issues, it will be better than last year, but that's not going to be saying much.
That was a great lap.
Brad tried. He tried to do something there. And we got turn 2, which I always seem to gap him a little bit. I think Harvick's trying to side draft Brad. It's hard to tell. Try to keep down to that white line. I don't know what is, but they just always get a really good launch off 4. Like, my entry is really good, but their exit's a lot better.
Wow, that's fast.
That was an ugly, ugly corner. Oh, there goes Brad. Yeah, just... Oh, slid right back in pretty flawlessly.
Bottom lane moving.
That was a veteran move by Harvick with how he kind of slid underneath me there.
Clear left.
I was gonna try to side draft Brad, but
All clear.
that didn't really work. Kind of slid job him there, but I didn't really need to.
Right side.
Matt DiBenedetto's up here too.
Clear right.
I don't understand how this race is playing. Oh yeah, with the truck race, I guess I have a couple things to talk about with that. I'm happy Enfinger won, first and foremost. I got no problems with him. But I do got a problem with. We're going into rant mode, because I don't know if I'm going to put this in Monday's video for the race review or what. But cars at Hocevar are being trash. I don't know why people like them so much to begin with, because I saw him doing shady scumbag tactics before. Like, intentionally wrecking himself. And now, in that race, he just right-hooked someone because they bumped him, which is disgusting.
Stay low, stay low. Car
All because one guy bumped him out of the way. And he thought, oh, I'm going to pay him back by just completely dumping him. Like, I'll be the first to admit, I'm not a fan of just, like, even in that scenario, I don't think that doesn't fit the crime. It does not fit the freaking crime for what Howard did to him. Just disgusting.
One back. Clear all around.
And I'm not surprised by it, because freaking Hocevar does stupid shit before.
Inside.
Like when he's trying to win his first race and put Priest in the wall like twice. It's like, it's just dumb. So that was gross. John Hunter just completely dumping someone too. That was just depressing to see. Cause I mean, he's always been, at least for a long time now, he's been pretty good with racing people. But then that one, he just completely. It was gross. It was a good race,
Careful, still
but
there.
yeah, some of that shit just really is gross. That just, it's just sad.
Careful, still there. Still there. Got one peeking inside. Left side's clear. Careful, still there.
He's horrible on iRacing too. He just
Stay on the
pisses.
bottom here.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's. I'm not surprised by it. But I felt bad for Colby Howard just because he was running good at that time. Kind of a career run, and then just gets destroyed by Hosfar being a salty bitch.
Careful, still there. Car high, careful. All clear.
I 1000% agree, Scott McNew. I agree. It's not cool to just right hook someone. What Howard did to him did not fit the crime of dumping him in any sense. Like he moved him out of the way, but it wasn't like it wasn't. I've seen so much worse bump and runs. That was a very slight thing. It's just gross. It's just like the driver etiquette for the truck series. It's like 95% of the field drive like shit. Yeah. I agree. If NASCAR put their foot in their place and say, hey, we can let drivers have at it, but we have a limit. We have a fine line of, like, okay, when a driver dumps someone, or right hooks them on a straightaway, or blatantly turns someone, I think it's time for us to step in and do some shit. But then they don't. And then it just enables this horrible racing etiquette. So yeah, it's still NASCAR's fault with just this being in that situation. Hey, hello Phantom Foxy. Thanks for stopping by in the stream. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Chase Elliott's gonna be quick. I'm not too surprised by that. And what scheme am I running? It's Jeff Gordon's 2014 Exalta car, which I believe this is the one he won at Indy in 2014. I'm not positive, but I think this is pretty close to it.
Bottom looks good.
Also, we're having a hell of a battle for a lead up here, which I like to see. Damn, I thought that side draft would have worked right there.
Still there. Stay left.
That was a bad corner. Yeah, it's just me and Harvick duking it out. We pulled away from everybody else a little bit. Hey, look at that! Truex is in 5th. I'm up for a Truex win.
Still there.
This does give me a land of 2001 vibes, somewhat, with us two racing each other like this. It's too perfect. How's my day? It's gone pretty well. It's been uneventful so far. Earlier in the morning, I had a classic sheets run at like 1 in the morning just to pick up more like water and like iced tea and stuff. And then I slept around, or I went to sleep around 7, woke up at 10:30, and got a shower, and then I'm basically here. So not a whole lot's gone on, even though my sleep schedule is completely all ass backwards. But I did wake up around like 9:30 last night, so explains why I'm up at random times. And we're gonna leave that lap somehow. Alright, well, I will take that. I would love for the AI in turn 1 to not just have grip on the high side like that. Like, I don't know if you see it, but like, he goes up high and then he like tractor beam, I don't know if tractor beams, but like he kind of, it's a little annoying. Well, Joey, but to be fair, Joey Hand is very handy at these road courses. So I'm not surprised if it was somebody else in a Rick Rare car, not named Joey Hand, that outqualified Eric Jones, then we got some problems. But Joey Hand, I will let slide by. You'll see it in turn 1 here. Like, he'll go up high and then he'll kind of cut back down low. Like, he just gets grip from that, and it's stupid.
Stay to your left. All clear.
Yeah, he doesn't do that, like, AI weird thing in turn 1. It's just in turn 3. So maybe if I just stay behind him in turn 1 and not try to make the pass and only do it for turn 3, then maybe that could work. That could have been really bad. So yeah, we gotta try that again with making the move in turn 3, but I think I'm too far back to do that this time.
Stay low, stay low. Still there.
Now, the only thing I would like to do in this scenario is clear them before I get into 1, which is exactly what I'm going to do this lap.
Clear high.
That was what I wanted to do for a while, and I finally got it to work. Having a loser fun. Yeah, I know you meant lower. A loser. That's just that's a good typo. Yeah, Joey Hand low-key pretty good. That's what makes the Gen 7 car so interesting. Despite the problems it has, I do wish the safety thing could be fixed. And some of the tire issues where like when they blow a tire they can't get back, like they can't move anymore, like weird things like that. You know, I would say it's like, I don't know, but at the same time, the fact that we could have like Joey Hand out-qualify Alex Bowman at a road course, and the cars are more there's more parity, like, I like that. It's nice to see cars you know, it's nice to see that maybe Rick Ware isn't as, well, maybe that's too bold of a statement, but because we saw Ryan Preece get in that car and do something in it, which is impressive. Holy F, this is a long one. Is it? It's only like a 2-hour and 12-minute race from what I did off camera. It shouldn't be that long. I think the Gateway one was a lot harder. It was a lot longer too. That was like a 3-hour and 1-minute stream. Maybe a 2-hour and 50-minute race, but this one should be pretty short. Wow, look at that loser foot. Yeah. It's, you know, I've made thousands of typos and errors before in the past. So I know what that's like. Yeah, Chastain being dumb, especially in Xfinity Series where he doesn't belong there, messes up an Xfinity regular. That's kind of bad. Extra bad with a side of dumbassery. God, I can't stand Chastain. It's so sad. I used to root for him. I made a video defending him in 2018 at Darlington. Now look where we're at. Imagine Ty Gibbs wins. Oh my God. Dare I say, this is a nuclear. This is not even a nuclear take the day 500 does. This will be like an atomic bomb level of a take. But I think Ty could potentially be my favorite driver in the Cup Series one day. That's wild to think about. But if he continues to race people with respect and like all that shit, he's easily gonna be my favorite. That's not 100% earned. It's not. I'm not 100% sold on it. It could all fall apart in one race. But the last 2 chances he was in position to win, he actually didn't do something egregious. So maybe he's maturing. I don't know. It's just wild. And he may be a pay driver. He is a pay driver, but at least he can back it up. If he couldn't, then that would be even more disastrous.
Still there. Clear high, bud.
Now that we've approached lap traffic, we should be able to kind of hold our own here. Basically, second, third, and fourth are pretty close to each other, under a second back.
Careful, still there. All clear. Still there.
Yeah, it's crazy, Ty's character arc. He's gone through more of a character arc.
All the way up. Get up. Get up. Clear high.
He's gone through more of a character arc in the last year or year and a half than Grayson has done in like 4 seasons. That's, I don't know if that's saying a lot, but it's a good comparison. That was a horrible couple of corners there. Good Lord. I'm just anxious because, you know, I mean, obviously I have a fallback driver if Kurt's not, you know, racing. I got Truex, but it seems like Truex is going to retire next year based on how he only extended it for like a 1-year contract, and I'm thinking then in 2024 Ty is going to probably take over the 19, maybe a possibility. So 2023 could be the worst year for me since 2017, where drivers I liked retired at the same time, like Junior and Kenseth, even though Kenseth kind of came back, but in that moment, I thought Kenseth was done. Because the 2023 Kurt and frickin' Truex retire in the same year, I'm gonna be very sad. Cody Ware is a relief driver. That's a funny thought. Yeah, 18's a possibility if Kyle can't renew his contract or something. Be kind of surreal to think that. Can we give a big shout out to Timmy Hill, who's in 22nd? It's pretty damn good.
Still there. Nobody out back.
Mike Joy, as the years go on, he's just more and more savage, and I love it. I love that so much about him. He's like a fine wine. He just doesn't... I mean... He's not at his peak of greatness like he once was, but man, he's still really good. He's still, I mean, it's insane because he'd be old as the youngsters. I don't know why that's a thing I'm saying anymore. You and me both. Truex is my favorite. Kurt's second. Yeah, I mean, ours is basically swapped. What if this race will be better than today's race? I mean, it's a possibility considering me and Harvick had like a really good battle for a little bit, which who know I can't imagine today's race will have, but I don't know, I could be wrong, but it's not looking very promising at the moment because we have a 7-second lead on them. Most of that because of lap traffic. We got 13 laps in the fuel, so we'll be pitting in about, okay, 11 laps from now.
Careful, still there. 20 more laps, no mistake. All the way to the wall.
Seems more unprofessional to me.
Careful, still there.
Yeah.
Clear, no pressure from behind.
Yeah, I understand that. I think there might be some form of bias with that, because Mike Joy, at that point in his career, he's been established for so long that, like, when he says something like that, people can let it slide because he has that credibility.
Still there.
But if Rick Allen were to do something like that, people would be ripping him to shreds. So it's interesting how the human biology will pick sides and let certain things slide, even though realistically probably shouldn't be memeing on Cody Ware. I think just Cody Ware's just not that fast in general, and then when you see other people like a Joey Hand or Ryan Preece get in that car, they're able to do something. So maybe Rick Ware isn't as bad as, well, at least now. Before, I mean, they were pretty bad, but now it's like if they do have a decent driver, they could get like a top 20. Maybe slightly outside the top 15. Like, I don't know, they could do something. So I would like to think that, you know, if they just had not a Cody Ware, they could probably do a little bit better. So now Brad is taken over second. So that's, I don't know how to quantify that. Is the game thinking Cindric will win? I mean, it's not a bad option considering he's good at road courses. So I mean, that would be a pretty realistic pick. But if it's saying like Brad Keselowski, then I don't think so. So it's like 2. It's like it just gives it more options then. Because then we can look at it as, oh, it's Cindric or it's Brad, like the Brad. So I don't know. I don't have any wood to knock, but knock on wood that it's been green so far. Easily the longest stint of the race. We'll be pitting here another 7 laps. The lap traffic for them has just destroyed their chances. How bad is he being in the field this week? It looks bad now. But I assure you, if I were to do like the Indy Roval, I probably would have been lapping up into like the top 5 by now. Because they're just that slow. And really, like the timing of that, really. Well, I mean, everybody's pitting as they should. Kurt is still chilling intense, so I'm fine with that. How many people do we have on lead lap? 18. Okay. Cindric's 18th. That's kind of high for him in this game. But yeah, we're going to pit. Standard 4-tire stop. We're going to basically have a little green flag stint to the end. Eric Jones gained 2 spots. Hell yeah. Kurt gained 2.
Be ready here.
Kind of weird start there, but oh well.
Stay to your left.
I thought for a second Brad was going to pass me there on the start, but that didn't really materialize as I was thinking it would. Did Harvick have a slow pit stop? It looked like it. Oh my god, look at Kurt go. Look at him go! Hell yeah, Kurt! I voice cracked, but I don't care. What do you think, Junior Motorsports? I think it will happen, but I do think it might start off with just like a one-card operation. Again, the problem with charters is it just doesn't allow people to do shit. Like, it's just so much harder to get in the Cup Series because you need a guaranteed charter, and it's just, it costs so much money to get one. And then you have to hope someone is willing to give it up. So it's just a whole pain in the ass. But I like to see them try. Not with Gregson, because fuck him. And he's probably going to go to the Petty 42 car next year. Which I hate.
I need 10 solid laps. Concentrate.
So, I don't know. I mean, it would be cool if Allgaier goes back to Cup, but the couple of times he has like a one-off start, he just doesn't do anything spectacular in it, or just wrecks. So I don't know. It just seems like Cup Series just wasn't ever meant for him. So I don't know if he would be the right pick. But I don't know. That would be pretty wild if Junior somehow gets a charter, like and for 2023, and he gets Kyle Busch to drive it. Kind of wild to think about, but we've seen wilder stuff before. Remember back at Las Vegas in 2018, where Byron was a rookie and got beaten. Did that happen? I mean, it probably did since you're telling me that, but I can't remember it. But that's kind of nutty. Kind of like if you look at the results last week, Cody Ware finished ahead of Kevin Harvick. I didn't notice that until I was looking that up. But looking up on Racing Reference and Pocono, Cody Ware beat Kevin Harvick. And it was for like a lead lap position too. Well, then again, Harvick had damage on his car, so that kind of, maybe that doesn't really matter too much, but. Try side draft Brad here. Try to clear him in 3, but it might be good. It doesn't do the weird AI stuff in turn 3 versus turn 1. When we clear him, things are good again. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris. That's why I was saying, like, right after I was saying that, I was like, well, then that doesn't really count because Harvick had damage on his car, so that's why I kind of shut up about it. Cool, Custer. Well, do you know what? Shockingly, to be fair, Custer has gotten more top 10s lately. So I don't know. I don't know if he's starting to figure it out or what, but he's doing something. He's doing something with that car. So far, so good with us. We're just trying to keep Brad at bay. Maybe the game's saying Penske's just going to be fast today because Brad's up here and then the 21's up here, which is a Penske affiliate. Though I don't think that's saying like Harrison Burns going to run well, but it wouldn't be surprising if you had like Brad and like Logano, not Brad, but like I don't know. Maybe that's a sign of something. I don't know. Yeah, I think the biggest difference with the car is I've added the grill tape, because on default it had it at like 35. As soon as I upped the grill tape, it made the car a lot better. So that's something I learned. I just wish they got around lap traffic better because I'm pulling away a little bit, but it's nothing egregious. But yeah, once they catch lap traffic, they just die. Hey, hello JC, thanks for stopping by as always. Glad you're able to make the stream today. So with this stage about over, we completed 50, so we're going to be restarting this was like on lap 101, I think. So we'll have 59 to go. Remember when Harvick was second? Good times. It kind of changed things up a little bit. Like, I kind of thought Harvick was the only one we're going to be racing hard against, and then here goes Brad. The last stage should be interesting. I mean, if it goes green the whole way, I mean, that's going to really make the race very, very interesting. Who won stage 1? Oh, I did. Under weird circumstances, because half the field pitted, half of them didn't. So put like the faster cars behind the slower ones. Now I was able to get around them a lot quicker, and it was weird. Hey, holy crap, it's been a long time. Hello, hello, Smoke Carbon. Thanks for stopping by in the stream. I appreciate that. I'm on my way to pick up my friend Cade to watch the shit show at the Dick Yard. Oh my god, you can't say that! That's too violent! Is your friend Cade or is it a charade? Ah! I made a joke. That was pretty. I'm proud of myself. Well, through the last corner, we're going to end up winning stage 2. At least it was a more competitive, this stage, so that's good. Take another dub, or stage dub. Yeah. Ugh. Heard my back crack there, so I don't know if that's good or bad. Hey, Eric Jones, 8th. Hey, Kurt got 10th again. Alright. Was last year's race anything but that? It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But maybe with a Gen 7 car, it could do something. I don't know. Stage winner, JFG. But yeah, we're pitting here. Standard 4-tire stop. And we'll see how this all kind of goes. So we're going to be starting with like 58 or 57 to go. Green flag's out. We're restarting on lap 103. 57 to go. Okay.
All right, clear outside.
Hopefully this goes green the whole way. I'd like to make a green flag pit stop. That would be really, really cool.
Right side. Careful, still there.
Maybe Truex can give me a push here if I lose the lead. There we go. Yeah. Oh. Why'd he stop? There he goes.
Still there.
Yeah.
Right side. Clear all around.
Oh my god, he tried. He was gonna try to make it 3 wide there. Oh my, that would have been.
Clear high, clear high.
That would have been bad. I'd like to see Truex win. I don't know if that'll happen, but that would be nice. Well, they're kind of racing each other, so they're kind of side drafting, so we're able to gap them a little bit. Didn't really get as low as I wanted to in turn 1. We'll get a pretty decent exit off the corner. I feel like the Gen 7 car should take some notes from the Xfinity series where they are composite bodies, but they do bend. So like you won't have those issues where like it doesn't bend enough, so like the impact doesn't go into the driver more. I think they found a good balance in the Xfinity series. I do think the Cup need to do something like that. Because it does seem like when they make contact with the wall, they kind of sponge out the wall, and it just kind of bounces them back a bit too much. Man, imagine if the AI didn't pit, or if they pitted like they're supposed to when that first caution came out on stage 1. That would have been like really tough. Because I don't think I would have gotten up through the front, and stage 2 would have been even tougher, and maybe finally in stage 3 would have gotten late. But now it's just like, how we just kind of dominated the whole thing nearly. Great stream, congrats on the win. You're already calling it. Well, hopefully work goes well for you. Wow, Jimmy Johnson throwing the Dale Jr. Charlotte shade. Damn. Jimmy Johnson's on a freaking roasting tear today on my account. Well, yeah, NASCAR. God, NASCAR 21. It's gross. Heat Evolution. I mean, as bad as it is, you can race it. Things work on a basic level. Cautions work. You don't have to worry about like yellow at a certain point in time messing the whole race up, putting you a lap down. It has the wave round, like the Lucky Dog stuff. It has a fuel indicator. It's got a fucking mirror. It's just, oh god, it's just so... The bar has been set so low now that NASCAR Heat Evolution is regarded as a... regarded as a better... Well, I can't say good game, but... I even personally went to a Best Buy. Not Best Buy, a GameStop. And I purchased the PS4 version of NASCAR Heat Evolution just because I thought that was more worth my time. I mean, it was used. It was like $10, but...
Come and see quick. All clear.
Yeah. Opinion on Pink Floyd. JC, you... JC is going down a dark hole right now with me and music, because I'm so not musically inclined. But basically, I know very little about Pink Floyd. I listened to Dark Side of the Moon because that was like their most famous one, and I didn't like it.
Alright, clear low.
It just seemed like new age garbage. I'm a terrible fucking person. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just... I like the movie, though. That movie was pretty good. I like that. Maybe I would like more of their music if I didn't listen to their most famous one. How do you think NASCAR would do at Le Mans? I have no idea. He spin on Abert and Heat 5. It does happen, but it's not nearly as bad as what it was before. I've never really had... I've definitely had issues with that, like, gateway. Like, always happens. But 95% of the time, I don't really have that issue. So I've never had too much of a problem. It was really just, like, Heat Evolution to Heat 3 that was just a big annoyance. Oh damn! JC only knows. How dare you? You're the music man. I thought you would be like, well, back in 1972 they had an album and it was only like a demo, but then it got released later in the year. And technically it got like more than like 14 million copies sold, but then it didn't. And, you know, back in those times you factor in the freaking inflation, it would be like 45 billion copies. But you know, we're not gonna talk about that. You know, I thought we were going into a... I expected so much, and I got so little. I don't know what kind of fucking voice I was trying to make GCF. I think in like a one NASCAR 008 video, I called JC like a banana shaped body, and I don't know why I said it like that. I think I was trying to say like he's thin, but I was trying to not make it sound bad, so I just said banana thin. But it doesn't... I don't know. What is that imitation? I don't know. It's just it's my nerdy voice. Well, technically, Pink Floyd had like 14 albums, but it was technically like 16 because the other two were compilations, but there was 25% new released songs, and then the other one was like, and then the other one was like technically like a couple more, but then, you know, you go factor in. They actually only had like 225 songs, but in actuality, officially they have like 240 when you factor in the compilation ones, and then I don't know. God damn it. Oh shit, I cracked myself up. I have not done the nerdy voice in so long. I still got it. Well, technically, back in those days, they had like more than like 14.8% of the infatuation rate with Pink Floyd, and then in 1986, it was only down to 14%. Can you do your best Steve Urkel? I don't think I can. I mean, I might have to close my nose for that. Did I do that? Ah, God. Well, we're still leading, but Brad and Harvick are right there. Sound like Squidward. Well, I guess I never thought I had that talent, but I guess I realized I sound like Squidward today. I could also sound like a Pooh from The Simpsons. But I don't want to get canceled for doing it, so I don't want to do that. And I don't know if that's a talent or if just like anyone can do it. I don't know. I don't know if it's a Pooh, but it's just I don't know what kind of voice to even call it, and I feel shitty even thinking I can do it because I think it's racist. I think it is. God, I don't know. I don't want to get canceled for it. I'm not willing to take that risk. But then again, am I even big enough to be canceled? Probably. Sponge Boy Me Bob. I was at the 2009. I went into the fence. Oh my God. That's some, like, edgy teenager era what if right there with how you were saying that. Now it's started to it's calmed back down. We were able to gap him a little bit. Remember when I was saying Harvick was in 5th and I was memeing him? Well, now he's back in 2nd, so it's like as if nothing's ever changed. There, see, there's the stats from JC I was looking for. You know what's weird? Something I just thought of. The Beatles and Queen have almost the same amount of songs. that have like, I think Queen's like around 180, 190, and the Beatles have like 170. That's not really close. But it's interesting to note. I don't know. Then again, the Beatles put out more songs in a 10-year span versus Queen that was like 21, so I don't know. Sometimes I wonder how JC likes me when I I give such atom bomb takes. It's just like we talk about food. It's like, well, I don't like that. I don't like that. Music, no. I would just make him so depressed because I just I'm so bad. You know when I said this in the stream? That this race would be hard? I'm kind of amazed at how good I'm doing. Because when I was practicing, it wasn't like this. It basically had Hamlin dominate the race. I was able to lead like maybe 30 or some my last, but I ended up getting second. I don't know if it's because I realized the grill tape made the car that much better. I don't know. But we're catching lap cars, so we'll see. Oh yeah, I'll never forget this. I don't know what game it was. Maybe it was Heat 4. But I made a comment about Trophy Tractor.
Stay low. Nobody out back.
And the account that runs the Trophy Tractor YouTube page went into my comment section and explained like their business to me. And maybe I was saying like, is that a real brand or like what is it? Like what I don't know. I was just confused. But they very politely explained what they are, and it's like, wow. How did they find me? How did they just stumble upon that? It was so bizarre, but they were so nice about it. I should have gave it a heart or something, but I didn't. Did YouTube even back in 2019 have the heart things for the comments? I can't remember. But I know it was. I think it was like, I know it was a Pocono race. It might have been Heat 4 at Pocono in the Xfinity Series, so it might have been that. I do vividly remember that comment, and I learned what Trophy Tractor is. Actually, Brad Keselowski is a fake winner, and he only won because Jeff Gordon tried to kill Clint Boyer. Well, I can't say that because before that incident, Brad was in pretty good like standing because before like the Gordon and Boyer incident. Yeah, Jimmy had his tire failure. Brad had a good lead. Now, Boyer didn't piss Gordon off, and then Gordon didn't, assassinate Boyer. Boyer would have at least been in a better position to win the championship, but I don't think he still would have won because he only lost like 25 points, and he lost by like 50, so it still wouldn't have been enough or something like that. I know Slapshoes made a good point about that. So I do think Brad still deserves the title as he should. But yeah, I don't think that incident really changed anything. Hey, hello Volts, thanks for stopping by in the stream. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Do I like NASCAR? Oh, no, he was just replying to someone else. Yeah, Boyer did have a vendetta, or Brad did. Brad pissed off a lot of people in a short period of time.
Careful, still there. Clear to the right.
Yeah, it was like 2014 where he basically pissed off the whole field. Giving me 2014 Brickyard vibes. Because I'm doing so good, I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't think it would be like this. This is still better than the Indy Roval on this game. It would have been even worse than this. But to be fair, I'm actually a little anxious about this because if we do pit here, I'm worried that we're going to lose time on pit road. Because we haven't really pulled away from Harvick as badly as we've done earlier in the race. So maybe lap traffic's thinned out enough where he doesn't get held up. That could be one of them. I don't know, but it's definitely not affecting him as much as it did before.
Hold that line, driver. Clear down low. Top 3, use it if you need it.
Might as well watch this race because I'm not watching the action. I can't blame you. I don't have much hope for the real life race either. Unless I am completely wrong and it's just like an amazing thing, but I don't have really much hope for it. How long do you think Brad will drive? I'm gonna say 5 to 6 more years, I bet. Because most drivers now don't really go to 20 years, especially the ones that started racing in like the mid-2000s. So I like to think it'll be under 20 years, so probably 2028 or 2029, because he didn't go full-time until 2010.
Still there. All the way to the wall.
As far as tire wear is concerned, it's pretty good. I really haven't had any issues with it. It does seem like it definitely burns the right rear off a little more, but nothing too crazy. Actually, Harvick got by those lap cars pretty easily, so I mean, it looks really good now, but I'm just anxious about a pit stop because I do think we're gonna lose time from that. Well, I meant like mid 2000s, like 2005 up. Kurt was before, well before then. He's kind of, him and Harvick are like the two exceptions where they've raced for a long time. know how long Kyle's going to keep going for. I mean, he started in 2005, it's 2022, so what, 17 years now? Usually when drivers race around that time period, they retire, so I mean, it is possible we could see him do that in the next couple of years. But I don't think he's going to... I mean, I'll be amazed if he retires because Gibbs can't renew his contract or he can't find sponsors. That would be kind of insane. But I do think he's going to probably have to take a pay cut because if he wants $20 million, that's probably not going to fly in modern day NASCAR. So he might have to take a pay cut of some kind.
Still there. Clear right.
Yeah, I was. Oh yeah, Volt's on a Discord. I was saying, where did you live? Because I couldn't remember where you lived. I was thinking New York, but I couldn't remember. It might be below me, but again, I couldn't remember. So that's what I was trying to ask. I thought I made it clear, but knowing my dumb ass, I probably worded wrong or something. $25. Oh my God, it's 25. That's even worse than what I was thinking. Oh, okay, it's Maryland. Okay, well, that answer. Cause I was telling my dad about all this, and he was just like, you know, why doesn't he like come pick you up if he's in New York? And I was like, that's a good point. So he was asking me to ask you about it, and now that I know you told me that, it's like, oh, well, that explains all that, because I couldn't remember. Maybe I was thinking I'm probably misremembering where Disco Inferno lives versus where you live or something. That's probably where I got it mixed up. JC freaking called me a peanut. You know what? Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever addressed it, but this year, I don't remember what point in the year, maybe in January, February, I tried my first peanut M&M, and it was glorious.
Careful, still there.
I never imagined. Oh God, Cindric, where are you going?
All clear, no pressure from
That's
all clear.
that's a log jam of cars. That could have been really bad. That could have been very bad. But he's gonna make it to pit road. Actually slowed up Harvick too. Cedric going normal speed at an oval. Damn. That's a burn. Well, I mean, it's... Why? Stop, JC. It's just... It's scared. Peanut M&M scared me. Hey, I'm glad you remembered those talent show videos. That's pretty cool. Damn, you must have been around, must have been watching me for a long time then, because, geez, that was like 8+ years ago now. That's pretty freaking, that's pretty freaking cool. Well, I'm glad you remember those. But you have a dog? Yeah, I do. I actually showed her off earlier in the stream. So there's your, you'll be able to see that. For new net. Yeah, imagine if the new game had, like, cool little features like that where it blew a tire and, like, shredded the tire and, like... But we're so far behind in NASCAR games where it's just, like... Can't ask for that because it's just, like, so out of the frickin' range. Uh-oh. Dave 500 talking about PC gaming being superior, even though it is. He just comes out of the woodwork, out of nowhere, to just be like, hey, PC gaming is better, y'all a bunch of bitches, and then he dips. Okay, not really, but... How is that even fun? Well, I gained a lot of time, basically 4 or 5 seconds, because Cinder blew up, and that stacked everyone up. That's why there was such a gap. Before then, it was like 2 seconds. It just got expedited because of that weird blow-up engine thing. And we're paying this lap because, holy shit, we were very low on fuel. I'm not going to sputter the car. And that was a horrible turn 4.
Get low on gas. Get low on gas. Slow down.
That was too slow, but 4 tires stop and fuel. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, NASCAR Rivals is easily going to be better than 21 Ignition. It's going to be basically Heat 5, but with the Gen 7 cars and the new tracks, which, as long as the new tracks aren't, like, broken. Dave 500 just did a freaking dab. I'll do that, too. Second stop. Wreckfest has that stuff. Yeah, well, that's more of like a physics game, and it has more like soft body physics. So I kind of expect it to have some stuff like that. But everything else, like in terms of the AI, like they're not like amazing. But its biggest like asset is, you know, it's crash physics. That car is hot. Well, it is flaming, so I mean, you're right on that aspect. We'll see where this all cycles out. I mean, I think we did undercut Harvick. Not that I wanted to, but I kind of had no choice. That's going to cycle us back out in the lead. And the gap is 2.2 seconds, or no, never mind, it's growing. Okay, well that's, I mean, we did lose a little bit of time, but it's not as much as I was thinking. But they are a little bit faster than me on the short run, which is basically what we have here till the end, so, I don't know. I mean, they gained like a second and a half on me. Imagine if Cindric never had that engine blow up, where he was still only like 2 seconds behind me at that time. Then he would only be like half a second behind me, or I guess 4/10 of a second, or 3/10 of a second, so it would be a lot closer if that didn't happen. So we do have a good lead, but it's kind of under some funky circumstances. But it was at least, I mean, it was at least nice that we had a green flag pit stop. I wonder where Disco is, because he would love that. You called Cindric a giraffe. Oh my god. Damn. That's diabolical. What happened to... I don't know what I was trying to say.
Stay on the bottom. Nobody out back.
Spencer McDowell have in common. Oh, they won the 500. I guess that's the only correlation. Well, I mean, we are losing time, but we built up a good lead. Byron's 22nd. I don't know, I guess we'll see how many cars we can lap before the end of the race. I don't know if Byron's the next one up that we have to lap, or he's on the lead lap still. I have to imagine he would be. He's having a hard time getting around Stenhouse.
Still there.
Okay, I guess we're going to lap up to 17. So what, we have Byron 2 laps down now? Or he was the lucky dog at some point?
All right, you're clear.
I don't know. That is true. Only career wins so far. Kind of amazed how much Harvick has closed in on me. I mean, he's gained another second on me. So, yeah, that Cindric incident, if that never happened, I would have lost the lead by now. Well, it looks like from what the game is telling me, it's going to have Harvick win today, which I didn't have that on my bingo card for what the race is going to simulate. I don't know what third it's going to be. Like, really, it's going to be Harrison Burton? Like, I highly doubt that. Brad or Cindric?
Still there. Nobody out back.
Cindric, yeah, it's, no, but...
Top 3, use it if needed. All clear, no pressure from behind.
Well, let's see. It's hard to tell what's back there, but I think Harvick still has to get around those lap cars. Guess we'll see how many cars we can lap before the end of the race. I think we were up to 17, so 16 on lead lap, I think. Don't know where on Earth 16's at, so can't really tell. I think Eric Jones is in the top 10, which is insane. I think Kurt is 10th, which he's basically been there like the whole day. Yeah, it just sucks that Cindric incident kind of costed Harvick so much time. Because right now, I mean, it would still be a good neck-and-neck battle for the lead. But that whole thing kind of screwed everything up. That's why I was worried about pitting, because I knew I was going to lose time. And I did. I lost like a second and a half, so... yeah, that would have sucked.
To go.
Well, that's good. The Ultimate Edition Plus game thing was only 20. I don't know if that was like how. I guess that's where the price has dropped since when it first came out. But yeah, for $20 for all that, it's pretty good, I think. I wish it had a mirror, even though I know the Switch has like graphical limitations. It's just But you don't have a mirror in a racing game. That really sucks. Harvick has again closed up on me. With 4.2, now it's 3.6, so interesting development there.
Clear to the right.
The Switch version looks like NR 2003. Oh, that. Well, NR03 can look really good on a PC, so. How many laps we got? 8 to go when we cross the line. D500 comes in to defend NR03. Can't blame him. Yeah, like, I mean, with mods and like PC stuff now, I mean, you can update enhance the graphics and make everything look, really good. It makes a game from 20 years look pretty damn solid. Suarez is going another lap down.
Clear all around.
Don't know where 16th.
Yellow down. Back her down.
That's the most realistic NASCAR thing that they could have done right at the end of the race. Kurt's 11th, so he could cheese some spots on this last restart. Ugh, this is not what I needed, though. How many cars? 16 on lead lap. God. Oh, God, that sucks. Harvick was definitely faster than me at the end of that, so we're going to have to buckle down and try to hang on to this. Nobody's pitting. This fucking sucks. That just... that changes everything now.
All right, you're coming to the green.
So we got 4 laps to go.
Still there. Look ahead for me. Clear outside.
Harvick's going to get down the inside. Oh, he's not. Oh, he got boned by Brad, so maybe that'll help me out. Well, that changes that changes everything. Yeah, now that puts Brad to second. So I guess the game's thinking Brad or Cindric's gonna win. Harvick's trying to get around Brad again. Giving Brad the suck, so got Pulls him ahead of Harvick there. Could have done better in that corner. But we have a pretty decent gap on him. Definitely still within like mistake territory range, but epic battle for second for who the game thinks is going to win today. So that's quite interesting as I botched turn 3. Brad's still hanging on. Harvick's trying desperately to make the pass, and Truex is kind of lurking back there.
Just a couple more turns, 2 more, 2 to go.
That would be an interesting video. I think somebody made a video about this, like the closest Brickyard 400 finishes in the Cup Series. I think the closest one was like 3 or 4 tenths of a second. So this one's kind of up there with probably in the top 10 closest Brickyard finishes, maybe? I don't know, but I'm kind of surprised I'm pulling away because Harvick was closing in on me those last couple of laps. So I thought for sure, well, then again, he's not in second, so that probably is helping. But yeah, we're going to be heading into the white flag. We got a comfortable lead.
All right, let's go. White flag.
Did a terrible job in turn 1. Brad is still hanging on to second from Harvick, so kind of more emotionally invested in that scenario just to see who wins. But Harvick's trying. He's right there. I think he's finally side by side with them. So we got a battle for the win, sort of. Behind me? I don't know. Harvick, I think, is going to take over the spot, but Brad's still hanging out. Oh, no, never mind. Harvick got by him. Up through 3 and 4, Harvick has officially taken over second, and I guess Harvick's going to win. But we got music time. We got a freaking dance after this, and I got it all, so I know what to do for it. Yeah, we won it!
Fantastic job. Great win.
That was perfect! Ugh! That was perfect. I'm so proud of that. Well, we gotta piss off everyone by burning out on the bricks, disrespecting its legacy, getting David Land very salty for good reason, because this is just utterly evil and diabolical. But in video game land, we will just disrespect these bricks and just burn out on them because we're just an awful human being. Yeah. Fuck history. Yeah, fuck tradition. Yeah. It's hard to spin out because this is so narrow. This is so... It's so wrong. It's so morally wrong. Jeff Gordon... Can you imagine the controversy of Gordon doing this in real life? Burning out on the brick. Did he do that in real life at some point? Before that became like a bad thing? I don't know. Hey, hello Scott. Thanks you for the being a member for 6 months with the super sticker thing. Winner fried chicken dinner. That's making me hungry. So we'll take a look at the full race replay, or the long replay. See if the game shows us any... I guess we could show it. Maybe it'll show us the last yellow. It's having a really hard time trying to get to that. Kiss your controller. I mouthed it. Is that kissing? I don't know. I'm not an expert. Someone did it in 2012. Wow. Now you need a kiss a brick if you I don't have one. That doesn't help. So Haley and Bowman get into it. This is a tire issue. Oh, that's Bowman. Oh, God! Wow, Justin Haley just obliterated Bowman for no good reason. Well, that was violent. That was some Arca-Bray shit right there. Let's see. Last yellow was like 150 something. No, it went from just 143 to 160, so that doesn't really help anything. Okay. Well, I think that about does it for the race. 102 speed rating still, even after all that. I thought maybe I would have gone up a little bit. Okay. Get our good old victory lane celebration. It was overall good. It's freezing in this room. I didn't think it would be this cold in here today. I thought it would be warmer out. So I underestimated that, so now I'm cold. So this is a problem. But it's okay. But get a fast lap at the 51.4. We led the most. Oh my god, 121 of 160. Jesus Christ. Damn, I did not expect that. Hey, Eric Jones got 7th. Chase Elliott 10th. Kurt still gets 11th after all that. Which is disappointing because I thought, you know, it would be a little bit longer. 2 hours and 11 minutes, I think. So that's not too bad. And that's everything else. We had 17 on lead laps. Stenhouse had the lucky dog right at the end. Yo, could you show Bobby Labonte? Yeah, I could show that. Kyle Busch 19th because he was a snowflake this race. Byron 23rd. Jeez. Chase Briscoe 32nd. And Bowman last. Bowman last. Because he got destroyed. Well, back to the main menu. We'll show those last couple of different cars for the because I know you asked. And then we'll get going here. That's our third win there in 5 races, so that's cute. So this is our Gorin schemes. We got the DuPont Flames one from 2001. The regular DuPont Rainbow from 99. We got the Jurassic Park one from 97, the infamous one, so that's perfect. Looney Tunes from 2002. Pretty cool that they added that in there. We got the Pepsi Retro from 2009. That was at Talladega when he wrecked out early, so it really barely got any proper screen time. Got the DuPont Heroes, or Honors. Might have been an all, like maybe a Charlotte like Coke 600 car, possibly, based on just like the scheme in general. Then we got the regular DuPont scheme in 2011, which I believe was the last year like DuPont was in NASCAR before it changed to Exalta. Then we have the Exalta car in 2014. And then we got his final ride from Homestead in 2015. And then for Bobby Labonte, I think it's just one scheme, so we'll look at that real quick. Nope, Brent's the wrong one. I was going by the first name. Why did I do that? This is Bobby's. Basically about the same as Ignition's, like 18, except for free. So that's what that looks like. You think NASCAR? I don't think it will even have 40 cars because I think with the Switch. Actually, I don't even know with the Switch, but I think it's only going to have 36 or something. Maybe even less because I saw on JC's thing like the Xfinity car series only had like 29 cars when real life it had much more. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll have 40. What if can you drive him, please? I think I did drive as Bobby Labonte for Atlanta earlier this year. Tara Labonte, we could probably make some arrangements for that. But yeah. So with all that said, I guess we could kind of wrap up the stream now. Kind of got everything all situated, and the race went by pretty quick. Like usual, thank you everybody for stopping by and watching. I do appreciate it, and all that good stuff. So it's it's always pretty cool. It's always fun to do these Sunday streams because I do look forward to them. So as always, thank you to Dave Pfeiffer for being a member for 6 months, as well as Sprinter with his 5, as well as Scott McNeil with his super sticker membership thing for 6 months. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate it. That does go. It means a lot. It means a lot. So I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see how the race goes today. And all that good stuff. So yeah. Anyways, I'll see you all in another stream probably for next Thursday with NASCAR Thunder 04. Getting to do New Hampshire and Pocono, I believe. Ooh. Ugh. I'll see you on my stream later. Yeah. Dab. Dab. That is true. So yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you all in another video. Same video schedule as all the other weeks. So got that all situated. So yeah. That'll do it for me. I'll see you all in another thing. I said that twice now. Bye-bye.